Chinnamma Sashikala will be heading back to Chennai on February 8th on Monday, and the fight over former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha's legacy is heating up ahead of elections in the state. First, you had the EPS government shutting down the Amma Memorial days ahead of Sashikala's return to Chennai, citing work that's going on, pending work that's going on at the memorial. And now you have a group of senior AIADMK leaders meeting with the Tamil Nadu DGP to register a complaint against Sashikala for using the AIADMK flag following her discharge from Bengaluru's Victoria Hospital. State ministers like D. Jayakumar, C.V. Shanmugam and P. Thangamani were among the leaders who met with the DGP. This comes after AIADMK had asserted that Sashikala cannot use the party flag because she's no longer in the party and because she was expelled. Sashikala, remember, was discharged from Victoria Hospital in Bengaluru on Sunday, and while heading home in Bengaluru, she travelled in a vehicle that had the AIADMK flag, perhaps hinting at what her next political step is going to be.
Are you saying that Sashikala should not use a flag here?
Yes.
You don't want Sashikala to use a flag
Yes.
here?
That is the ultimate.
But for that you are supposed to go to the court, no sir. Why DGP office?
Yes.
You have to go to the court for that, right?
No. Actually, what the court given the direction is clearly spelled out by our law minister. So based on the court order only, we have given the petition to the DGP.
So Sashikala will be heading back to Chennai on Monday on February 8th, and a lot of questions about what her next political step is going to be. We break down three options that Chinnamma has. One is to encourage unrest in the AIADMK ahead of elections, ensure it's a divided house. Remember that her nephew TTV Dinakaran has already indicated on this. He's claimed that she is the General Secretary of the AIADMK. Going by the messaging that she's done so far of the AIADMK flag on a vehicle, she definitely seems to be considering this option out of the three. What's option number two? That she can stick to the AMMK, the Amma Makkal Munetra Karagam, and campaign for this party in the upcoming elections. Not the best of options for Chinnamma, because Dinakaran's dwindling popularity is a concern. The AMMK not really a recognized party yet, or a recognized option in Tamil Nadu. What's option three for Sashikala? It is to stay away from the assembly elections, wait till it gets over, wait for the next few months and not make any sort of political moves. And then if the AIADMK loses in the election, Sashikala swoops in and takes control of the party, sideline EPS, and then go ahead and take control of the AIADMK, in which case she will have her eyes set on the next assembly election. So these are the three options before Sashikala. Definitely looks like at this point she's mooting for option number one, which is to go ahead and create some ripples within the AIADMK and take over. So the latest step taken by the AIADMK is to file a complaint with the Tamil Nadu DGP against VK Sashikala. I want to take this across now to Pramod Madhav, who's joining us live from Chennai. And Pramod, a lot of questions being asked about this move by the AIADMK. Rather than going to the courts and contesting this, because they say that legally Sashikala cannot do this, they've chosen to file a complaint. Is their intention the arrest of Sashikala?
Well, that's the confusing part, because like we had the law minister who is meeting the DGP. Actually, the minister of law for the state of Tamil Nadu, C.V. Shanmugam, was also present over there. And that's the reason we tried asking them multiple times why they did not approach the court, but they have come to the DGP office. And all they're trying to say is, like, even to get that reply, it took us a lot of time to question them. And all they're trying to say is that Sashikala should not use AIADMK flag. But how to stop her from using it? Looks like they don't even have an idea. And like even while talking yesterday, they were very careful about the words they are using. And even Jayakumar, he did not want to use the word Sashikala when we were trying to question him on this matter. Okay. However, the law minister gave a different explanation. He was kind of confusing the twin leaves symbol case with Sashikala and trying to say that she has no authority over it. Definitely, it looks like AIADMK has a lot of communication gap. But for now, they have made it very clear that they don't want Sashikala to use AIADMK flag in this matter.
We'll see what really the strategy is all about and what it means for Sashikala. Will it mean any trouble for her for having used that AIADMK flag? Pramod, thank you for joining us with those details. So VK Sashikala is out of jail. Assembly polls are approaching in Tamil Nadu. She's going to be heading back to Chennai. A grand homecoming awaits her on February 8th. In this report, we decode exactly what the Sashikala factor is all about.
Hailed as Chinnamma or Junior Amma, VK Sashikala was always the power behind the throne, the operator behind the iron curtains at Veda Nilayam in Pooers Garden. After Jayalalitha passed away in December 2016, the Supreme Court convicted her in the disproportionate assets case. Sasikala was painted as the villain, the evil influence over an innocent Purachi Thalaivi by her detractors. Sasikala had virtually controlled the AIADMK and had its leaders falling at her feet in a post-Jaya order. But once she was behind bars at Bengaluru Central Prison, she was stripped off her post in the party and expelled. After serving her jail term, Sasikala is out now. A free woman. The optics of her leaving the hospital were significant. She travelled in an SUV that was one of the vehicles used by the late Chief Minister. The Toyota Land Cruiser was not merely a vehicle, it was a message. To top it, the AIADMK flag on the vehicle was unmissable and deliberate. If pictures could speak, they spoke 1,000 words. In a sense, these pictures took off from February 2017, when Sasikala travelled by road from Chennai to Bengaluru to surrender at the Central Prison. Before she left, she had visited Jaya's final resting place at the Marina Beach. Back then, in a dramatic gesture, she had thumped 3 times on the Samadhi with her open palm. It was interpreted as taking a vow. But the visual imagery apart, is there another reason for those in charge of the AIADMK to worry about the return of Sasikala? Even before Sasikala stepped out, EPS made it clear that the AIADMK doors were shut for her.
சசிகலா வெளியே வர பட்சத்தில் அதிமுக விட இணையருக்கு
ஒன்றும் வாய்ப்பே கிடையாது. அவர்கள் கட்சியிலே இல்லை. சார் இந்த 7 பேர் அதிமுக கட்சியிலே கிடையாது.
But EPS, who calls his administration Amma's government, knows that sooner than later, Sasikala will stake claim to the inheritance of Jaya's political legacy. As it is clear, he is already watching over his shoulder, which is perhaps why the Chief Minister strategically chose 27 date of Sasikala's release from prison to throw open Jayalalitha's Samadhi at the Marina to the public. But is Sasikala likely to make her move on the Tamil Nadu political chessboard soon? She has 3 options before her. Option 1. Encourage unrest in the AIADMK in the run-up to the elections. Her nephew TTV Dinakaran, who heads the AMMK, has already made claims that she is still the General Secretary of the AIADMK. The second option is to campaign for the AMMK in the elections. But given that Dinakaran's support base has dwindled considerably, riding on the AMMK vehicle is not likely to help Sasikala rise like a phoenix from the ashes. The last option is to bide her time till the assembly elections get over in May 2021. If she plays a prominent role in the elections and does not taste success, it will be interpreted as Tamil Nadu giving her a clear thumbs down. If the AIADMK does not return to power, as opinion polls suggest, and that leads to a weakening of Palanisami's hold over the party, it will provide Sasikala the right opportunity to strike. With T.S. Sudhir, Bureau Report, India Today.